on, guys? Welcome back to number 2 of A Look Behind the Post. My guest this week is Colin Bevan. Have I said that? Have I said it right?
You got it spot on, mate. Yeah.
He was on the hangout the other night. I know as soon as I said it, I was like, that doesn't sound right. I apologized immediately. So the purpose of this show, because it's only new, so I'm going to say this at the start of the first couple of. I have a terrible fear of being on camera, but in order to break kind of through that, I thought I would make myself accountable to someone else to force me to turn up. And my good man Colin agreed to come on, and obviously it's the first content for his YouTube channel. So it is a nerve-wracking experience. So if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, Pinterest, wherever it is, leave a comment, a little bit of feedback, leave a like, a heart, let Colin know, how well he's done, or tell him he looks good in his shirt, whatever works. How we doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. Like you said at the top there, a bit nervous, never done this kind of thing before, so we've all got to start somewhere, and yeah.
But everyone gets nervous. That's even now. People see me on camera the other time, I'm tapping my chest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch my own breath.
Yeah, right.
It is a nerve-wracking thing. So I do hope that when people do see this, that they do give you a little bit of positive feedback. If you're watching this, it's going to be Monday when this goes out. Today is Friday, because I work full time as well as do some online marketing. I'm trying to get ahead of myself so I can keep it consistent. So it'll be Monday when you're seeing it. So it's a couple of days old. My beard probably a bit longer, and
yeah, I might have a bit more.
Yeah, Colin looks like a good woodsman today. Need the beard. But I like your Facebook posts because they're quite humorous. You don't take yourself too serious.
I try to. There is kind of a serious aspect to a lot of them, but I do try to put a little bit of humour there if possible.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, you can tell if I'm being serious because there's usually no smiley face at the end, or no exclamation marks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Quite often people don't know how to take, people that don't know me personally in really life, they think, well, is he being serious or what? And that's what I kind of like to make them think.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how things have changed? If you have a girlfriend and stuff now, or even on Facebook, you have to write something and you have to put a smiley face so people know it's okay. Or if you text your partner and you don't put an X on the end of it, what's up with him?
Oh, you're really dog out, mate. Put the kisses on the end of it,
or one of those emojis, blowing the kiss. You got to put something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to put all them on. Yeah.
And you get back those monkey. I don't know what those monkey guys are.
I like the curd one myself. I tend to use that one quite a lot.
Yeah. Ashley thinks that's chocolate. She sends it to me all the time. She's like, look at the cute little chocolate guy. It looks like a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah.
But obviously, you have a very beautiful partner. I've seen some pictures on Facebook. We're only friends a couple of weeks on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I've only had the pleasure of your company for a few weeks.
That's usually enough for anybody.
Yeah. No, you're a good one. You're a good one. But you know what I like about you, and we spoke about it very quickly before we jumped on, is you're very eager to learn. You're always there, and there's always a little question, and you're not afraid to ask a question. Some people.
Well, I'm of the mindset, you might think it's a daft question, but it's not a daft question if you don't know the answer. Everybody else might know, but if you don't, and this guy, whoever it is, like you or Mark or carries on talking about this, and you don't know what they're on about, you have to ask. Yeah, look stupid if you want, but I'm too old now, and I'd like to think wise, but certainly too old to care what people think. You know what I mean?
I've only recently hit that stage where I'm just like, you know what? I genuinely don't care.
Yeah.
Like no one else puts food on your table, or
that's right. No one else pays the bills for you, or the rest of it. But do it yourself, stuff them. That's my take on it.
Yeah. I did the very same when I first started. I'm sure I plagued Mark's head. I'm sure. But then after a while, I used like literally if I had a day off, I would be on Facebook in the Yellow Brick Road group, looking for questions, and then go, I don't know that, and
Yeah,
I'd try and go figure it out and then answer them and go,
yeah. I mean, as you know, you probably know, I've only sort of, what is it, the last month or so, I've come across the Elephant Road. I've never heard of it before then.
yeah,
I don't know if somebody told me about it, if I was introduced to it, or if I've come across it by accident or what. But I'm always on there looking at the tutorials or on the Facebook group.
yeah.
You know, my missus says to me, she says, you're always on that bloody Facebook. But, you know, they think, I say, oh, you're obsessed with it and all this. It's not about being obsessed with Facebook. It's the content that's on there, the training, the stuff you can learn on Facebook. It's far more than posting crap about, pictures of your dinner or, and all that kind of stuff, which is all very well, but it does have far greater use than a lot of people give it credit for. And I'm sure that a lot will agree. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, well, that's the majority of my time on Facebook is spent in groups,
Yeah,
and then like you do have to remember, oh yeah, I've got to post something
yeah,
to so people know you're still alive.
yeah.
Like
Oh, I'm always posting something, whether it's online marketing related or quite often it's wildlife related or it might even be politically related, even though what I know about politics ain't worth knowing.
I tend to stay away from politics because it's far too
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. It affects us all, but I really ain't interested in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. It does affect you, but well, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter who's in or who's out.
Yeah, no, nor me.
You're still taxed. You're still
They'll do what they want regardless of whether
yeah.
they want to. That's my take on it. Like,
I think it's a little bigger in England than it is in Ireland. I think you have a
yeah,
fierce rivalry with the Tories and the what's the other group?
Labour in it.
Labour. Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what we have about.
Exactly. But it's a bit like the Republicans and the Democrats. It's always red against blue for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
They should just hug it out.
Yeah, yeah.
But is it your partner? Is she supportive of what you do?
She is. Yeah, she's not sort of interested in it to the extent that she wants to get involved or anything like that. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's always asking, how's it going? How's it going online and this, that, and the other on a day-to-day basis. So, yeah, she does take a genuine interest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really nice. Because it's not many. Some couples have an awful time because obviously one person is a real big believer, the other
yeah.
person you're just wasting your time, would you? Just
Well, I think that's what she probably does believe, to be honest.
maybe for a few weeks, and then when she sees the
Yeah.
commissions and stuff coming in,
Well, that's it. Yeah, yeah. When I get to that point, and yeah,
you're off doing your handbag shopping.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
leave
very
the handbags out of it. Anyway.
yeah, yeah. But it sounds and it certainly looks on Facebook that you've really found someone that you genuinely get on extremely well with.
We do. We clicked from day one.
Yeah,
I met. I'm sure she won't mind me saying, but we met on quite a well-known dating site called Plenty of Fish.
yeah, yeah.
That was 3.5 years ago.
Nice. Well, look, that's it. That's how everyone does it now.
Yeah, it's the way to go, isn't it? It used to be, you keep it all quiet if you were chatting to somebody online on some dating site.
Yeah. Like it was.
Yeah, they think you was some kind of bloody idiot. Now,
Yeah,
why can't
like
you
a taboo thing.
in the real world in a conventional way in a pub or wherever,
Yeah.
But it's
I know.
definitely the easy option.
Well, you know what it is? It's safe, or you feel safe.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't be the most confident person in the world. So even growing up, I always knew I could make a girl laugh and all that.
yeah,
But I never knew how to go from that to hey,
yeah.
you wanna get out of here?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, I've never. I don't know how I come across people on Facebook or whatever. But I'm not the kind of bloke and never have been one that can go up to a girl, woman, whatever, in a pub and start chatting.
Yeah,
It's just not my style. I've never been able to do it, and I still can't do it now. I don't need to now.
yeah.
Because I've got me a lot.
Perfect time there, very very quick. I don't have to
Yeah.
now. I've got some.
But no, it's some things I'm confident in. You know, I mean, I could talk about wildlife all day long because I know about that stuff. I've been into that for, well, you know, since I could walk, basically.
Yeah.
You
And
know, that
your
I'm confident.
your
Yeah.
partner enjoys this. She goes along with you, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she likes it. Yeah, she knows the difference between a wood pigeon and a buzzard now. It took me 3 years, like, you know, but yeah, we get there.
Just
And
slowly grind it down.
she'd be driving along and she says she find herself looking up into the sky, going, what's that? What's that? And then she had to, what? She's like to me, Bevan, what have you done to me? Look at me bird watching all the time. You know, I never used to be like this before I met. But I think it's great that she
Well,
takes an interest.
that's a massive sign that you found the right one. When they'll put
Yeah,
up with the things that most people would say, why do you do that for? But when they take
yeah,
an interest in that,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
you have a keeper.
That's
So
it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, she's one of them, all right. She's a keeper. Yeah.
I know this show is about getting over your fears and stuff. So I don't want to put any more pressure on you, but you know there should be a ring coming this Christmas, just if your partner's watching.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, yeah. Don't put pressure on me.
No pressure.
So he backs me into a corner and leaves me there. Cheers, Al.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, that was actually mean. I'm sorry.
Apology not accepted.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'll come over and hug you. I'll give
That's
everyone a hug.
exactly right.
Yeah, yeah. No, but were you online before Yellow Brick Road? Because I think that's where I got to know
I'm
you.
like, what you mean regarding marketing?
Yeah.
I've been doing it for about, I don't know, about 6, 7 years now, I suppose.
Well,
I've been in all the probably the better known ones. I've been Banner's Broker, which I don't brag about.
was that the one years ago that just went like it was huge and went bust? I think it was
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. I don't know what happened. I can't remember now. That's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I suppose, Banner's Broker. But that was the biggie at the time. There's a few, you know, the bigger name or more well-known names on Facebook that I know. They were involved in them as well, you know, and of course they all went tits up, you know. So you just got to move on and find the next one, haven't you? You know.
Did you find that it made you make better choices?
Um, I don't think it made me make better choices. It, I kind of looked around to see. I didn't sort of just jump into the next one, you know, willy nilly. I kind of looked around to see what other people were doing, you know, followed them for a while.
Yeah.
But as regards FutureNet goes, I tell you what, I wish I'd have got into it about 2 years ago when I first found out about it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be a lot further down the line. Now, hindsight's a wonderful thing,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean, there's one guy online who I follow a lot. I won't mention his name, but if I say he comes from Plymouth and I think he now lives in Wales, he'll know who I'm on about. Yeah. But when I first started following him with FutureNet, I wish I'd have got involved then, you know, because he's come on in leaps and bounds since he first started doing it, you know. But that's water under the bridge. I can't do nothing about that now.
Yeah. Well,
I do something about that is the now and the future, you know.
yeah. I think a lot of people did that with FutureNet because obviously when it first started, it was just a social media site and it had these friends trees. Um, so at the time, I kind of joined. I just started maybe a few months before FutureNet had launched online. So
Mm.
I was with Traffic Monsoon back in the day.
Oh yeah, I was in that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Which
yeah.
that made me very. I don't want to say skeptical. It's the wrong word, but it made me understand what to look for and what
Mm.
what I wanted to see in a
Mm.
company and in the owners.
Yeah.
And it taught me how to do due diligence. Because before I just kind of went, this is what everyone else is doing. I'll
That's
do
right.
it
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Because obviously you know, actually, Traffic Monsoon was the first company I was a part of. And I found it through YouTube, and I watched the videos for about 3 months, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and I was like, just you're never going to know unless you do it.
Well, no, you're not. That's true. Yeah, you've got to be in it, haven't you?
Yeah, but
All right, watching from the sidelines, sitting on that fence, you know, and saying, "God, I wish I could do that." Well, you can, you know.
Yeah.
You just got to make that move. You got to take action. That's the common saying, isn't it? Take action.
You know, I've always found it's far easier to learn. Person from my life, it's far easier to learn something if you have a little bit of skin in the game.
Yeah.
Um, when I wanted to learn about cryptocurrency,
Mm.
it was actually Dascoin at the time. I was looking around for something that had a small, like a cheaper package, just to kind of make me learn. So I remember I seen a video of a well-known marketer, nice guy, and I didn't ask him any questions. I just sent him a message, said, "Hey, can you send me your link for Dascoin?" And it made me I had to figure out how to buy Bitcoin, and then I had to figure out how to change that Bitcoin into
Yeah.
into Dascoin.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And it was $100, but it was $100 well spent. But I ended up going down this rabbit hole with cryptocurrency and learning the difference between the different wallets and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But that's how I always learn. You have to
Mm.
you have to put something on the table and then go,
You
okay.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise you just go, oh yeah, I'll do that next week, and then
Mm.
next week is always next week.
It never comes, does it?
No, no.
Tomorrow never comes. Procrastination. That's the word for it, isn't it?
Oh, I hear a
Yeah.
song coming on.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a Ronan Keaton. Actually, it wasn't Ronan Keaton, was it? It was Garth Brooks, wasn't it?
Was it?
If tomorrow never comes, I think it's Garth Brooks.
No, that is what the one. You were right. It's Ronan, isn't it?
I think he did a cover of it.
Tomorrow never comes. Something like that.
I'll break out the. I'm trying to learn the guitar at the minute. It's not going very.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of karaoke either, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, because I sing for Ashley every day, and then like I'm okay with that in private. It's
Yeah,
not people have heard me sing in real life.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't mind. I don't mind getting up on stage sometimes. It's been a while since I've done it, but I
yeah.
got one or two of me special signature tunes. Which yeah, bit of Smokey Robinson, bit of Elvis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I do a bit of that.
Do you do the moves?
I try not to. Sometimes you just can't help it.
Might depend on the amount of points.
Well, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
And
Not too many because then you forget the words, don't you?
yeah, yeah. Would you be a lager man now, or would you have an ale bitter, or is there a difference? I'm not a drinker.
I have a few cans on a weekend usually, as Nita will testify to. Cans of Strongbow. That's all I have, mate.
Strong. That's cider, is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's all I have. Nothing. I'm not in. I'm not into spirits, whiskey, anything like that. And
No,
as for that stuff, what you drink in your part of the world, that black stuff. No, I cannot be doing with that at all, mate.
I've never had a drink of it.
No,
No, it doesn't look very
no,
appealing to me.
no. It ain't. Believe me, it ain't.
No,
But each to their own. Who am I to knock it just because I don't like it? You know what I mean?
there's some strange rule with Guinness, though, isn't there? Like you have to drink it in like 3 or 4 gulps. Like that's not
Right.
relaxed. I don't know.
I do that with cider. So
People always ask me like why I don't drink, because they always think it's strange to find an Irishman that doesn't really drink.
yes, yeah, it's kind of a contradiction, isn't it?
Like I remember, well, it's probably close to 10 years ago now. On St. Patrick's Day, I was in Melbourne in an Irish bar, not drinking, and
Yeah,
everyone was amazed that on St. Patrick's Day they found an Irishman.
yeah.
And
Few and far between.
yeah, the first question was, "And are you on medication? Are you sick?" I was like, no, no, just I don't need it. I
Yeah,
just I have a few drinks at a wedding or something like that, but
yeah,
I'll drink spirits. I drink Southern Comfort.
yeah, yeah. I'm quite. If me and the missus go out, I mean, I don't mind driving. It's not a problem for me.
I'm
If she
almost,
wants, she can have, whatever she wants. Like, and I'm quite happy to stick with them. I'll have a J2O or something like that, or a
yeah,
Coke. These days I can take it or leave it.
yeah,
I'm talking perhaps back in the 80s or 90s. If I couldn't go out on a Friday or Saturday night, you know, for whatever reason, if I was working or whatever, I was skint or whatever, I'd be climbing the walls because I couldn't go out and get shit faced and make a total arse of myself.
yeah, yeah.
But one comes through that phase, doesn't one? Allegedly.
I think it's when you're around 30. I think things change.
Yeah.
Even your circle of friends starts to change. Everyone starts to
Yeah,
settle
yeah,
down.
it does. Yeah, yeah, and gets smaller.
some people do.
Yeah, but no, drinking now, I can really sort of take, especially when we go out, I can take it or leave it. It don't bother me.
Yeah. And then this is probably a ridiculous question. Do you do the online stuff full time, or do you still work?
I've been van driving up until a few weeks ago. Still going all over the country, delivering anything from like frozen fish to wardrobes. You know, various. Getting up at silly o'clock in the morning, working through the night sometimes. But no, I haven't done that for a few weeks now. I've basically been concentrating on the online stuff.
Nice.
You know, and it's nice, to be able to have that time to concentrate on it.
Yeah.
Well,
the reason I ask is because a lot of people think that like that's something I can't do that. I'm only a van driver. I work in an office.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to learn a couple of new skills,
you need to learn it. It doesn't matter what you do. What you do, other than online stuff. I don't see what that's got to do with it. Anybody can do this. I'll tell you what. I know everybody says it, but if I can do this, anybody can.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's true. You hear people say that, and you think, yeah, whatever. But it's right, Al. It is.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I tell everyone. Because I have I'll go crazy learning stuff, and I'll go down these rabbit holes. But everything gets easier because if you've learned this one thing, it'll generally help with the next thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They're all interlocked, aren't they?
Something just kind of switches, and you go.
Yeah, that's right. But to be honest, as far as this online marketing stuff goes, it's the absorption of the information in here. It doesn't always register straight away. I find I have to keep going over and over and over the same thing. Which is often pretty basic stuff. Yeah. And then of course one day, then the penny drops. I think, oh Christ, why was I struggling so much with that? It's not that hard. But it does, to be honest, I'm being, perfectly honest, like, it does take me a while sometimes to get to grips with something.
Yeah, well, I think everyone's like that. I know.
That doesn't make me feel so bad then.
Say that again?
That doesn't make me feel so bad then. I thought it was just me.
No, even now there's a couple of things that obviously I've done so much that it has become more natural to do.
Yeah.
But if there's something new, like I tell you, like last year, a lot of these master nodes were very popular on Facebook and buy in this kind of stuff. And my thinking straight away was, well, why would I buy a seat? Why can't I have my own master node? Why can't I run my own master node? So I went, okay, well, I'm going to learn. And I sat down and watched hours and hours of videos.
Yeah.
A ridiculous amount of stuff. And then I went and bought and set up my own master nodes. I learned how to code them so I could maintain them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue about that. I've heard the name bandied about master nodes.
Yeah. Well, it's a very strange thing, especially when you're not technically minded.
Which I'm not, to be honest with you.
No, I never was either. I mean, there's a big difference between playing Xbox and then doing this stuff.
Something I've never done either.
Yeah, well, I would have been growing up. I would have been a big gamer, but so like when I started online, I knew how to turn on a computer. But
Yeah. I mean, I've got this thing here, as long as I can text and make phone calls with it and take pictures. I mean, the things what these things can do these days is, phenomenal. Like, but I don't use 95% of the stuff I could probably do on there.
Yeah. My dad still has a flip phone. You know the old flip phones?
Oh, yeah. Little aerial.
Actually, it's funny when obviously mobiles were around a long time before my dad would agree to have one.
Yeah.
We ended up, we all kind of chipped in. I think it was Father's Day or his birthday. And, Dad, you need to have and everyone has a phone now. Like, you need to have one. And his first morning with it, he was on the bus to work and the alarm was going off in his pocket. And he couldn't figure out how to turn it off. we opened the bus window and the phone went out.
Launched it through the window.
Yeah. So we were all kind of texting him and trying to call him all day, just to annoy him over having a new phone. And it just turned out he agreed to stay back late. So we're all at home and my mom's pacing the floor going, oh, jeez, I hope he's okay. He's not answering. Like, thinking the worst. And he came in the door. And I threw that out the window. It's gone.
Don't need that.
Yeah, my dad was not technical at all.
Yeah.
It's he has to get the glasses to answer it and all
But,
that. You know?
yeah. I can't imagine, thinking about that, I can't imagine my old man having one. You know, he passed away in 2000. But I can't imagine him ever getting his head round a mobile phone at all.
I,
I
I
mean,
think I think people can if they want to. Like my nan is on Facebook.
yeah,
It's always strange when you see her on Facebook. I think,
yeah,
but it's a different time now. Like I have arguments with Ashley's only 8, and she's like, "Oh, can I have Facebook? Can I have Snapchat?" I'm like, you don't need it. You're 8.
yeah,
Yeah, she does have a Google Hangout account. Obviously, only that's you call me from her tablet or call mom.
yeah, yeah.
But apart from that, like kids don't need phones. I don't. I don't.
No,
Like there's
no, they have their uses, like, I suppose, for the missus to keep tabs on you and all the rest of it.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
probably a little bit different when they're older.
yeah,
You know, because
yeah. But
actually shouldn't be far from me. That's kind of my thinking. She's too young.
yeah. How old is she now?
She's 8. She's 8.
Has she got a mobile phone yet? No,
No,
no.
no, not for a long
Yeah,
time.
I mean, I've seen kids probably half her age.
Yeah, that's
And they've got these tablets and these phones, and I'm thinking, what?
yeah. No, she has a tablet for games and stuff.
Yeah,
I know there's girls in her class that have like the new iPhones and all that. It's just
yeah,
no need.
no, no.
It's a scary thing being online, especially if you're a kid nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my 3. I mean, the youngest one's in her 20s. You know, but I don't have to worry about that now. I haven't got little children. They're grown women now. You know what I mean? So, but no, I mean, they weren't even around when they were, your girl's age. There was no such thing as a mobile phone. You know what I mean? So we didn't have that worry. You know.
Oh, it's weird how technology can change it and so
Yeah,
far.
yeah, and so fast as well.
Yeah, because I had Harry on the last show, and
Yeah,
I don't know how we ended up.
great. It was all of it.
Yeah, he's quite a character.
He
That's it.
is.
As soon as I seen him on the Albert Road hangout, I was like, I need to get this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
It was this show is something that I've been thinking about for months.
yeah,
I kept putting it off, and I was like, oh, I'll do it next week.
yeah.
I was
It's
like, no,
it's a brilliant idea. Brilliant. I don't know where you come up with the name for it from. What is it, behind the post?
I look behind the post, yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Look behind the post.
yeah. Well, that's it. I had about 20 different names, and I kept just striking them off.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's the most because you want something. It came from like the art of conversation is not dead, but that's too long. That's for a
yeah,
time
yeah,
because people on Facebook forget that you're real and I'm real.
yeah. There has to be a real person putting that post on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. But I think even when you like you follow, yeah, even when you follow like the bigger leaders and all that kind of stuff,
Mm.
you'll like the post and you'll comment, but you've no idea what that person is about really.
No, no. You only know what they let you know, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Which and some are quite open and others aren't.
Yeah,
I prefer the more open. I
that's
more
right.
to talk more to more open people.
Yeah.
But I know it's obviously it's different people's different strategies.
Mm.
Um, but I like to think I'm quite open, so I'm kind of drawn to people like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, listening to Harry, I think he was talking to Mark on not the last hangout because Harry wasn't on that one. The week before, I think it was.
yeah,
Was saying, if you're more of a talker, then you probably are more suited to internet marketing, online marketing, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's probably true. I'm not. I'm more of a writer than a talker, believe it or not.
yeah. I'm neither.
But I'm not going to let the
I'm neither.
I'm not going to let that hold me back. You know.
No. That's I find actually I'm just because I know I mentioned Harry there for a reason. We were talking about technology, and he was talking about the dial-up broadband, like or the
Yeah.
broadband, the dial-up internet years ago. You know, where it take 10 minutes to load a page.
That's it.
How much it's changed. But yes, it's crazy what technology can do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you'll see in some of my posts in the Yellow Brick Road, when I'm writing it, I'll twig that you're just waffling here, and at the end of it, I'll put in brackets, I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for making you read all this. But you do. I tend to waffle a lot in posts.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, it probably only needs, hey, this is the thing. Go here. I'll write this thing. But no, it's the show is, it's a nice way, I think, for people to get to know you. Because even if someone has been following you for a little bit online, obviously they only see your posts. And here's a a half-hour video or a 40-minute video. I get to see the man. You can put a voice to the picture, and a nice little twist. And no one else is doing it, which is why I liked it.
Yeah, it is. It's novel. It's original. I like it.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah.
Well,
I've done Facebook videos before. And I didn't think they had the live facility when I've done it in the past. You could always, record yourself, and then if you didn't like it, you scrap it, and you do another one. And nobody's seen it. Nobody's any the wiser,
Yeah.
But I don't think I've actually done a Facebook live on it. I just do film myself walking through the woods, with the missus, and I'd just be waffling on about nothing in particular, or we'd be driving along in the car and I'd do one then, but it's always pre-recorded, But there's all this Facebook Live stuff.
Yeah, but that's perfect for a Facebook Live though. People like to see that stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously, especially if you're well, I have to be honest. Obviously, the one I did the other day was the first one I've done in a year, 18 months.
Yeah.
But once it got going and you can actually see the comments coming
in, you
do start to relax a bit because your brain relaxes and you can go, well, hang on, well, there's my pal. What's he saying? And then it's just a little bit more content for you.
Yeah.
To work for it.
That's right. Yeah.
But I always found making videos, I could never plan what I was going to say, or like even when we jump on these shows, we don't plan what we're going to talk about. It's just
there's no pre-script or anything like that.
No, because I did try it. Obviously, I watched a few videos and they were saying like you need to have a call to action and you need to do all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be so caught up with going, how am I going to fit this other thing in? That I just end up just staring at the camera going,
That's it.
Yeah.
You might have a bit of, might be out walking in the woods in my case or whatever, driving along in the car. Something might inspire you to want to jump on camera. I don't know, some idiot driving down the road, or you've just seen some rare bird flying across, or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But then you jump on. You don't know what you're going to say. You just, there's no script. You just waffle. I suppose. With practice, it gets easier.
Yeah. Well, you come across quite well on camera.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. You're very. I know. Like you seem very relaxed.
Yeah. Oh.
Good. So, but I think
must be that stuff I took earlier. Maybe that's helping. And I've only had stuff in there in case anybody wants to take
just a coffee.
Cheap Morrison's instant coffee. That's all it is, mate.
I think if you were in the woods and you did a Facebook Live, I think you'd be surprised at the amount of people that would jump on.
Yeah.
And then obviously people who are into that are going to be more drawn to you because they have I like racing cars when I can.
Right.
But there's not many people that like racing cars or going fast or.
Well, no, this is it. I mean, not everybody. We don't all share the same interests. Of course we don't. And that's a good thing. It'd be a boring old world if we did. I mean, people are often surprised when they find out what I actually like doing. When I'm not pissing about on Facebook or whatever. I mean, I love, as we touched on before, I love my wildlife. Always have done. Ever since I was old enough to walk, I've been interested in wildlife and being out in the countryside, just walking. You know what I mean? Either on my own, with the missus, or whatever. Anything on the telly, if it's got Attenborough's name attached to it, like, he could talk about, wallpaper, and I'd still be riveted to it for an hour. You know what I mean? Only because it's Attenborough talking. Like,
He has.
People think I'm kind of, stuck in the pub all the time, or the bookies or whatever. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not a football fan, and I don't watch football all the time, and Nita will probably, she's probably thankful for that. In fact, I know she is.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a price to pay for not watching football, and then I want to watch the wildlife crap all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all the right way.
I tried to get into football. It was something I was never really into growing up. But
Yeah.
when the World Cup and stuff was on, I was like, I'm gonna get into this. And you start learning the players' names, and
I don't mind watching that. Yeah.
yeah. And then I was just getting into it, and then it was over. And I'm like, no, just go away.
I was the same at school. I wasn't interested. I always used to skive off PE if ever I got the chance. But no, it's never interested me. There was a time, a long time ago, I'd feel the odd one out. People say, "Oh, well, football team to support," and I'd sort of just say Liverpool, Arsenal, whatever, Port Vale, just to try and fit in, like. But now, I'm not interested in football.
Yeah.
They think there's something wrong with you. How can you not like football?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
No.
Actually, I made it kind of backfired. I was traveling in Australia and stuff a few years ago, and one of my best mates was from Huddersfield, but obviously the football team there is not so good.
Yeah.
When people used to start talking to me about football, like, "Oh yeah, I support Huddersfield," and the conversation would normally stop. But then they ended up in the Premier League somehow.
Yeah.
I think they've been relegated since, but yeah.
Yeah.
When they made it to the Premier League, I was going around going, "I told you, they're a great team."
Yeah, told you so.
I couldn't even name a player. I wouldn't.
No, I
wouldn't know where to start. No, but what's your big goal? Like, what makes you get up and keep going and keep learning?
I suppose there's several things that trigger me on, keep me going. But I suppose the number one thing is I want to do it. It's online marketing. I actually want. It's not a case of having to do it. I actually want to do it for several reasons. I want to. I mean, I'll probably have to go back to the van driving at some point.
Yeah.
That needs must, I suppose. But I want to give that. I want to do this. Working for myself. Everybody says that, don't they? Want to work for themselves. Sack the boss and all the rest of it, don't you?
Well, I think we're on the same road, but your attitude towards it is perfect, because a lot of people think I should do that or I have to do that.
Yeah.
If you're thinking should or have,
you're probably never going to get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
You're having to force yourself to do it, whereas I don't. Quite often I'll get up at, 5:05 in the morning. I'll come down, cup of coffee, fag, do what I've got to do, and then I'm quite often online by 6 o'clock in the morning. The laptop's open and I'm sat here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, right, I've made a little list of on hardware, what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'll try and follow that. And that's what I do. And of course, I've always got the Facebook. It's open now. It's on the screen, the Facebook tab. Mrs. says, "What was on that bloody Facebook?" I cannot that I'm not always on Facebook, because that tab's open on my laptop. She's sat there looking at Facebook all day and couldn't be further from the truth. Actually, it's just there.
Sometimes, especially when you're in the groups and stuff, you're kind of half afraid you'll miss something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But it's nice to see, or it's nice to see and help people. That's what I like about it. Because that's how I learned most of my things, was helping someone else.
Yeah. I mean, over the last couple of months, because I know Matt quite well, Matt Beast,
yeah,
a couple of times at one or two events, and I've asked him, about a problem I've got, something I can't quite get my head around, and it's something he hasn't come across before either, and he in helping me, overcome a problem that I've had. It's made him overcome a problem that he hadn't encountered before. If I'm making any sense here. So I'm teaching him something. We're learning from each other, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that's once you get around people that
Yeah,
are doing something
yeah,
similar, you're always going to learn something, and you're always going to teach.
yeah. I don't think he'll never stop learning in this game.
No,
Never.
no.
There's
Well,
always going to be something new's going to pop up, you know, or whatever. Yeah,
yeah, that's I used to say every question was a chance to learn.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even if even if it's not something like that, like you're saying, like that you've come across,
Mm.
you're going to come across it eventually. Chances are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somewhere down the line, it'll. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Matt's a good guy.
Yeah.
I reached out to Matt years ago. I think we were both in the same business, but not on the same team. I just couldn't figure something out. I just dropped Matt a message, and he came straight back to me going, "Oh, this is how you do it." Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
There was no like he wasn't trying to force anything else or
Mm.
just answered the question. Thanks very much, Matt.
That's it. Yeah. That's all you want to know. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. So I know I've messaged other people over the years, and you get, yeah, that's a good question, but have you seen?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
Then we go off on something else, which you really ain't interested in. Like, just answer the freaking question.
Yeah, we when something like that happens, I think you lose a bit of not faith in someone, but you go, when someone pretends to be the super helpful person and then they turn out to really not, you go.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's a few of those online.
Oh, Christ, yeah. Yeah. There are.
How are your nerves feeling?
I've actually calmed down
Yeah,
quite considerably, actually.
you look
Since,
very relaxed.
the last, how long we've been on now?
It was 40 minutes or so, I would say.
Yeah, pretty hell, time fly when you're having fun. Yeah, no, I've kind of gone out the window, I'm
Yeah,
quite happy.
it's nice. Would it encourage you to start making your own videos?
Yes, I think it will. Yeah, once I can get my head around all that YouTube stuff, you know,
Well, I'm here for
with
that.
a little bit of help. If you know anybody who might be able to help me along them lines a bit up.
Hey, I'm right here. This is the whole idea.
You're gonna be blocking me on Facebook before much longer.
No.
Oh, I can't be doing with him anymore.
No. What we can do is whenever you're ready or whenever you have a video, we can do another one of these calls.
Yeah.
If you screen share it, I can walk you through to set everything up. And
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm up for that, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
but that's all it is. That's the whole idea of the show, is just to help you kind of make your first one. But
Yeah.
there's no point helping someone make the video and then go, okay, well, you figure out what to do with it.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it has been a big help. Like I said to you before, it was just before 11 o'clock. I was outside having a fag and I was thinking, shit, it's like I was going to some big important job interview or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, my life depended on it, like, on the outcome of it. But no, it's same as anything. Once you get into doing it, you take that first step.
Yeah.
And it really ain't that bad.
No, once you realize that, it's just another person. I'm just talking to another.
Well, that's it. It's like you said to me, treat it like it's just me and you having a chat, like, the fact that the rest of the world can see, is irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, because they can't see right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you're going to be very surprised at the comments you get back.
Yeah, pleasantly. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
I know how nervous you were before. Because even a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember what the problem you had with. You had a little problem, and I ended up just jumping on a call. I just rang you.
Yeah.
You can see you were like, oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought, shit, I'm not used to people, sort of.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. Appreciate what you did. I mean, I could see you were driving along at the time, right?
Yeah. No.
And then I thought after, fucking hell, this guy took the time out, to personally call me and give me a bit of help with a little problem that, I thought I'd got, which it turned out I hadn't got.
Yeah, and everything done right.
Yeah. And I mean, what? Sorry. Let me just say this while I think about it, because it will go out the head. Mark, and I think it might have been Matt as well, asked me if I'd come on the panel on the Hangouts on a Wednesday. Of course, I shied away from it, didn't I?
Yeah,
You
but
know
you
what I
come
mean?
on.
So, look, Christ, what am I going to say? I don't know this shit to jump on a panel with them. Like,
But
you know.
but you know what you do know? You know your own future net story.
Well, yeah, this is yeah. I suppose, but yeah, I don't think I know enough to be able to teach anybody anything about it. This is my.
But this is exactly my point. You do, you just don't realize it. 'Cause if
I
you've
think
if
you might be right. I probably know more than I think I do.
yeah, because if you've already started, you had to learn how to get set up with FutureNet. You had to learn how to get set up with Power Lead System.
Yeah,
You already know more than that person that's just walking in, or the
it's
person that's
true.
watching for the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah. And don't you just hate a bloke that's got an answer for everything?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's been good. I think, and I might just offer me services on the panel in one of the weeks, like, you know, for what it's worth. They may not want me now. They may say, "Oh, stuff you, give you a chance," and you blew it, right? You
No,
know?
everyone's always welcome, and it'd be great to see
Yeah,
you there. Wednesday, 9 o'clock,
yeah, I know. Yeah, have we got a Wednesday this week?
every week, every week.
Yeah, I might give it a go. We'll see.
Good. Well, I think it'd be on Monday when this goes out. I think the everyone, if you're watching, and certainly if you've hung around long enough to see this far, tell them to do the hangout. Leave a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
Do it.
Well, that's going to open the floodgates, then, isn't it?
Well, that's it. I don't know if many people watch these shows, but I'm just going to keep making them.
Yeah,
As much as it is for people to see, it's more about getting you on camera and getting
yeah,
me on camera. It's just a practice. It's just
yeah, yeah.
yeah, So if people watch it and enjoy it, that's just a
Mm.
bonus.
Well,
But
of course it is. Yeah, yeah.
it's just about you making your first
Mm.
video.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been an experience,
Well, I appreciate
and quite a pleasurable one. I'll be honest with you. You
yeah,
know.
I appreciate you coming on. I know it's not easy.
Thanks for asking me. Appreciate it, mate.
No, well, I'd have everyone on, or I want to have everyone on.
Yeah, yeah. Who's next in the firing line?
Joe Jackson, I believe.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually recording. Well, hopefully we have it planned. With hopefully nothing changes. We're going to record it on Monday. So when this one's going out, I'll be recording the next one ready for the following week.
Okay, you're putting them out on a weekly basis, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with one a week. I think two a week would be nice.
Yeah,
But I have a kind of weird roster, so ideally I'd like to do them live, so that
right.
there's no messing. But even
Mm,
I'm not ready for that.
okay.
I would be like I'm okay now because we've been chatting a while, but
Mm.
my heart would be in my mouth and I wouldn't be able to say anything.
I think that was probably my problem an hour ago. I was thinking this is going to go out live.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking, you know. But even having said that, if it had been, I'd still have got to this point now, you know,
yeah,
and the butterflies would still have gone, whether it's live or recorded or what, you know. So,
yeah,
you know, I've kind of forgot about the fact that it's not.
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Although it's just like when I called you to help you with your problem, but in your mind, no one's just me and this guy. How you
Yeah,
doing? Let
yeah,
me help you out.
yeah,
But when you know other people are going to see it,
mm,
something changes, and that's when the nerves kick in.
yeah.
You start beating real fast.
Uh,
I'm sure if people are watching this, if you rewind, I'm sure like I said earlier, you'll see me tapping my chest, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
me catching my own breath.
yeah.
So it's not so that I'm not worried about like, what I'm going to say or am I even going to get on with this guy. It's literally like your own breath gets like
yeah,
my chest would get tight,
uh,
and you get that feeling of like, oof.
yeah, yeah.
It's hard to explain for people that don't do it. It is hard to explain.
It is, yeah. I'll put it into words, isn't it? You know, if you're not experiencing it, like, yeah,
Yeah. Especially when you can see others and maybe even someone that's newer than you, and you just jump on and it's
yeah.
guys, blah blah blah,
Mm.
get by this thing, whatever it is. You come across quite charming, and I'm delighted to have had you on.
Yeah, and I'm more than happy to have come on. Now I've actually done it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
we'll get you on Wednesday too. So just tell your missus you're busy for an hour.
I don't usually see her on a Wednesday night anyway, so
Oh, look, you've no
yeah,
excuse.
so
Look,
I've dropped myself in it there, haven't I?
yeah.
No
So,
excuse.
so on Wednesday, when me, Mark, or Matt text you and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
here's the link," you can't write back. Oh no, I'm just out with the missus. And,
No. Yeah, but this can be edited, can't it? No, nobody needs to see this.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
keeping that bit in.
Nobody needs to see the last 20 seconds of this recording now, do they? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. All
Yeah.
right, I'm looking.
No, seriously, no. I think we'll give it a go. See what happens.
I remember my first hangout. I got on with Mark and Steve, Steve Gordell, and for whatever reason, Google Hangouts wasn't working. So Steve had set up this other kind of video conference thing, but it ended up on screen that it looked like I was in the middle. I'd
Yeah.
Steve here and Mark here, but they couldn't. After a while, something happened and we couldn't hear each other.
Right.
I ended up trying to pass messages back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, but Mark could be talking, saying blah blah blah, and then Steve like, "What's he saying?" I'm like, "Oh, just hang on a second." And it was,
Just
I
getting
was, I was so
caught in the
nervous.
crossfire.
Yeah, and I had some of the roadies texting me at the same time, going, "Oh, this is so funny," and I was trying not to laugh, and oh, it was a disaster. But
Highly entertaining for the viewers, though.
yeah, everyone loved it. They thought it was very
Yeah,
funny.
that's it. Probably thought you'd rehearsed it. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it was that funny that you couldn't have rehearsed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, these things happen, but you just kind of go with it. Like
That's it.
we
Yeah.
don't,
Make
we
the
don't
best
take
of it.
ourselves we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Seriously, no, I've noticed. No. Yeah.
There's no point.
No, great. No. No. It's, I'd rather drop a bit of humour if at all possible. Into any sort of, given circumstance or whatever. Rather than make things all bloody serious and
Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously, we are trying to encourage people to get involved with FutureNet and the Elbert Road. But
yeah,
if I got an email and then I went onto the show and there was a guy in a suit with a flash background giving
yeah.
me like a super rigid presentation, I'm not going to be on there very long.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have time for that. I'd rather see somebody like yourself. Mark sat in his kitchen at home, like whatever. This is where I am now. I'm sat in the kitchen at home.
Yeah,
I've got the living room
that's what I'm
behind me.
saying.
This is where I spend the majority of my days.
Because realistically, the person watching is going to be in their kitchen
It's
or
going to be exactly the same situation. Yeah, they're not going to have some big plush office in some high-rise apartment in central London somewhere. It's not all about that.
no.
You know,
So normally I have a green screen here and I
that's right. Yeah, yeah,
but I take it down for this show because I think it would make it look very unnatural.
yeah,
Because obviously, well, we run out of room everywhere else. But like Ashley will add her like artwork and stuff.
yeah,
Like this guy, this is me,
yeah.
or
Yeah,
reverse.
I can see the likeness. Yeah,
But I like that. And then some people say, "Oh, do you mind kind of showing that stuff?" And the truth
yeah,
is, you
yeah,
forget about it because this is
yeah,
just my this is where my desk is, and
yeah.
you forget about it.
Yeah, I'm just sat here at the dining table now. I've got the garden out in front of me with the birds coming and going on the bird feeders and that. This is just what you see is what you get basically. I ain't going to make no excuses to anybody.
No, you don't need to make excuses. You come across very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
because we've only talked on Facebook.
Yeah.
I know we had that call, but it was like 2 minutes. So
That was seconds. That was, wasn't it? Yeah. You sorted my problem, and that was it. Yeah.
well, you didn't have a problem.
Well, I thought I had. It just didn't look right to me at the time. I thought, well, it shouldn't be going straight to that club page.
Yeah,
But apparently you say it's right. So who am I, Marvin? Who am I to argue?
yeah. Everyone little things because everyone thinks when the first time they do something, going, oh, I can't have
Yeah.
done it right.
Uh,
But you should
yeah.
be proud of yourself.
Apparently I had. Well, if I'm going to blame anybody, I should blame Mark because I followed his instructions.
I'll snippet that
But
bit out.
no, apparently his instructions must have been pretty good because I followed it and I checked it out with you, and it seems it's all right, mate. So yeah,
No,
all good.
Mark's a diamond.
He is. He's a star, isn't he? He's always on the ball. He's always doing something, rolling something new out. And
You know,
yeah,
what it is, Mark, genuinely about everyone in that. He doesn't post too much on his own wall and stuff, but if
Yeah.
you post in that group, you're guaranteed like you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you comment, you'll get a comment, or if you need help,
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah.
the first one there.
Nice chap. Yeah. Yeah.
And super genuine. Anyway,
Okay.
it's about,
All right.
about Mark. we'll have Mark on again.
Yeah, enough about him.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to ask everyone this: is there anything that you'd like someone to know about you? If you're sending this out to your list, maybe is there anything that you'd like them to know about you that maybe you normally wouldn't share? I know that's an on-the-spot question.
I'd forgot you were going to ask this actually, because I remember you asking Harry.
Yeah.
I think I might have. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to answer it, or indeed if I've got an answer for it, or if I'm just stalling for time trying to get myself out of answering it completely. You know.
Well, you don't have to. I'm not. I don't want to make you feel pressured or.
No, I am, because I know you can edit this now. It's not going out live, so I'm really not. I don't give two fucks whether I can give an answer or not. Edit that bit out.
I will.
We've got a beep facility.
I should do that. I should get a little sound effect thing. Nope.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. I don't think, I was going to say about, the wildlife interest and all that. But I think all you've got to do is look on my Facebook wall, and you'll see, this guy's a wildlife fanatic, something like that. So it's no big secret.
No.
But it's something that I don't talk about because I know the vast majority of people just ain't interested.
Yeah.
The only time I'll really talk about it is if somebody asks me,
Yeah.
If they start off a conversation about it, and then, all right, I'll talk about, I don't know, buzzards or crows or foxes and badgers and that.
Do you ever find with some hobbies that even though you think, there's not many people that are into this, I think you might be surprised at how many people are.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it's just not something I talk about, because it's going to be pretty much a one-sided conversation. Unless I want to talk about football or politics or something, and you ain't going to get much chat out of me about either of those two things.
We'll try something. If you're watching this on Colin's YouTube channel and you're into bird watching, leave a comment and a like, and tell them the most exotic bird you've seen, and compare notes.
Spot on. Yeah, look forward to them comments.
Comments always help on YouTube.
Yeah. That's something I'm going to have to try and get my head around, because, like I said to you before, all I do on YouTube is, listen to a few tunes every now and again.
Yeah.
Never thought about doing anything for myself.
Yeah. No, I'll help you all the way along, pal.
But cheers, Al. I really do appreciate. Joking aside, I really appreciate that. There's that guy Peter who comes on the Hangouts.
Yeah.
Is he from? Is it Slovakia? Somewhere over there, anyway, isn't it? And he said once he started doing YouTube stuff, he said that's when things started really moving forward for him.
Yeah. It's even nice, just for you to have your own content to send. Like even when I wasn't confident enough to get on camera, I used company content. I'd record the webinars. If they had a little promo video, I'd take the promo video and I'd put it up on my channel.
Yeah.
Another chance for someone to find you and ask a question.
Yeah. Okay. All right, mate.
We'll get you there, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, but no, that's don't. I know obviously it's on video and all, but I'm not joking. Whatever help you need, just shout and we'll jump on a call and I'll walk you through everything.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Al. It's nice to know you're there. Anyway.
No, we're all here.
Yeah.
There's a group.
Maybe one day I'll be able to answer one of your questions.
Yeah. It's rare that like the odd time Mark will ask me something and I'm like, you know this stuff, like you feel like I'm not qualified to answer this, but it is exactly what I said to you. Like if you started yesterday, you know more than someone who started today.
This is true. Yeah, you're looking at it from that perspective. Yeah, I suppose so. I've been doing it for a while now. I've took that first step. I got involved, bought some ad back. So yeah, I am further ahead and should know more than somebody who's still on the outside looking in, sitting on that fence.
I genuinely appreciate you coming on. I do hope it's helped your confidence a little bit.
Yeah,
Start to see more videos from you.
yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Maybe we should do this time next year. Do a little like a check in.
Yeah.
And see how you're doing.
see how we progress, if at all, indeed.
Oh, I believe you will.
Yeah.
You're gonna have everyone on your back now for the panel and looking for videos from you. So
yeah. Better get your excuses ready, haven't
jotting them down.
I? They all know I'm free on a Wednesday night now, so there's no getting out of it that way, is there?
All right, pal. Well, look,
Okay, Al. Thanks for having me on, and I appreciate it. And
no worries. Anytime, pal. Literally anytime.
all right, mate.
All right.
Thanks,
Listen,
Al.
guys, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please leave a comment, leave a like. You know, if you're watching this on Colin's channel, subscribe. You're going to see more content coming from him. It's hard to explain how difficult it is to get on and actually record a video or to go live. So it's something, you know, especially if you're planning on getting into online marketing, something you're going to have to overcome as well. So bear that in mind and just show them a little bit of support. Until next week, I shall see you again. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Al.